completely mad?
No, you're insane.
Hello, and welcome to the Madhouse, episode 79. I'm Ultimate Spy 53, the host of this podcast, and joining me this week I have some good friends of mine. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chakky, and I'm very sick. Both physically and in the head.
So am I.
But mainly physically.
Hi, bigdinoguy here. I'm the sicko.
I'm Lucas.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Luke. I am not the father. He's probably
So,
dead.
there's a lot of really cool things happening in the nerd world right now. And one of the first things that I really want to talk about, because I am so excited for it, there was a first look trailer for a little movie called Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is the sequel to the very, very much awesomeness that was Jurassic World 2015. It looks amazing. And it isn't actually a trailer, more like a little teaser, so most of these things aren't probably on the deleted scenes, but still, it looks awesome! Okay, our bigdinoguy, the dinosaur nerd who he is, go ahead and talk about it.
I just watched it on my phone.
Yeah.
Thank God it didn't give anything away.
Yeah.
Thank God. I do have a little bit of a concern with this though. It looked like they were in a residential setting.
Yeah.
So it looks like it might be taking place on like the mainland or whatever. I'm very iffy and on the fence with this movie. I enjoyed the Jurassic Park movies. I love them.
Mm-hmm. Nailed
It's
it.
my favorite franchise. The first movie is by far my favorite movie.
Yes,
of all
well,
time.
I disagree with you.
My issue with the way that Jurassic World has been going is too much scientific. Like they're going far too much into the whole genetic testing way.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't just become some horror movie like that. I don't want just some horror movies where it's just like Alien, Predator. And whatnot. I want dinosaurs, man. I want a little bit of a horror element where you're trying to be chased by the velociraptors and whatnot. But it looks like a horror movie. That's not what I want this movie to be about. So,
yeah.
I hope to God I'm wrong.
I mean, honestly,
I am wrong.
I don't really know what it's going to be about. I just know that it's supposed to be about surviving, and that, like, something's going on in the movie that, like, there's a scene where Chris Pratt's character and Bryce Dallas Howard's character are, like, crouching, and they're, like, you know, cowering in fear because something's happening. So the real question is, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what are they experiencing that would cause them to crowd in fear and be like, oh my god, is something gonna kill us? So we don't know anything about the trailer in the movie besides a little bit like of this like, I don't know, 30-second trailer or something. It's like his first look for a movie that hasn't coming out until June or whatever. I think it's June. I don't know, June something. I can't remember. I think it's late June. I don't know. Something like that. Sometime June, I don't know. But anyway, point is that it looks really, really good, and I'm kind of curious to know what the fuck has Ian Malcolm been doing all this time? Like, what's been made up to?
Ian Malcolm?
Yeah, he is coming back, yeah. Obviously older, but he's coming back.
Obviously.
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do, but...
Hey,
oh, you're back, okay.
Oh,
Yay!
What happened?
You would be back.
internet went
That sucks.
Oh, hi. What's up, man?
the internet is kind of spotty.
Okay, you're not too late. You're just in time. We're just talking about the Jurassic World first look trailer. Or, sorry, Jurassic World Fallen
I
Kingdom.
can tell by the music that was playing.
Yeah. It's honestly pretty cool, and I'm really...
You should hear the recorded version of that song.
I'm really interested to see what it's about, because I really have no idea. It looks awesome, though. Like, legitimately.
Awesome. I'm still worried about it, though, but just like a lot of other movies, including the Star Wars ones,
Yeah.
I'll never know until it actually comes out. I'm on the fence with it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, you have no idea how much this series means to me. Like, just on a personal level,
Yeah.
it means a lot to me. As a fan of the franchise, as a moviegoer, as a dinosaur lover, and just as someone that loves, like, the entertainment industry has done a lot for me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want them to fuck this up.
Yeah.
If they fuck it up, I'm going to be really heartbroken on just a personal level. I will be extremely heartbroken if they do.
Yeah.
But I think that will
Okay,
go.
it's good.
And now, I'm just watching the trailer on silent, and I noticed that there's a big scene where a lot of people, and maybe even the main characters of the movie, are running through a forest, and there's all these trees falling down. Are we gonna have the like T-Rex? Are we gonna have a new dinosaur like chasing them or something? Like,
What,
yeah, I'm
So
kind of
what-
I'll be
confused.
right back,
what
you
I
guys.
know
I'm
about
sorry.
it is,
Alright, it's okay.
They're supposed to be doing like basically a miniature Indominus Rex.
Mhm.
Basically a velociraptor, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Size Indominus Rex.
Oh my god. He's always.
And because the whole thing with the series now is they're trying to make the ultimate killing machine.
Yeah,
Yada,
totally.
yada, yada. So, but I think that most likely what it looks like from the trailer, the teaser trailer, and what I hope is wrong, is that they are going to have the Indominus Rex as for the smaller Rex. I hope that they don't have it in some residential area or whatnot. I want it to be on either the Sona or the New Blarp,
Yeah.
like in the original series.
Mhm. I mean, I honestly, I noticed that the character of Claire, played by Dallas Howard, sorry, that most of the trailer, or the first look trailer anyway, was focused on her. It's like all about her. Like, why is she so important? Why does everyone love her so much?
She's the main character.
No. Owen is.
She is in the original, or not original, but you know, I mean.
Well, she is like a main character, but she's not the main character. Like, I feel like
Hey guys.
maybe she is. I don't know. Like, it felt like
We can hear you.
he was focusing on her.
Return.
Oh, hi. It was focusing on her mainly because it might be that she was supposed to be the main character in the first place. I mean, most of the first movie, or the previous movie, was focused on her, like, her perspective, but Owen was there to, like, you know, be main character, but I feel like it was supposed to be Claire's, you know, perspective. And I feel like that's what they're going for, is that she's supposed to be the main character and Owen's like a side character, like her companion. And I feel like that's what they're going with, is that most of the scenes we see are focused on her going like,
Yeah, of course
you know,
together forever.
I don't know, but like it definitely makes sense for that to happen because most of the first movie was from her, but I don't know.
Either way, I'm still going to see it, and
Yeah.
I hope to God that it's actually good.
Definitely. I mean,
Because I really don't want to see another Jurassic Park 3.
oh come on.
Alex.
That,
Oh, Alan. And then you have the raptor going, like, you know, looking at him with the weird face, like Alan, and he's like, huh.
weird face.
But they have no fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, he's suddenly afraid of the raptors for some reason.
Alex. I mean, seriously. Is that how Velociraptor's supposed to talk now? What the hell?
I don't know, but like, I'm really excited because from the past 4 movies that we've gotten, there's always been one character return in each movie. You have Ian Malcolm in the second movie, you have Alan Guy in the third movie, you have the Doctor Guy in the fourth one, and now you have Ian Malcolm in the fifth one. And so I'm curious to see where he's. The question I had earlier was, where has he been? Like, what's going on with him? And obviously he's gotten older because the actor himself is playing a much older version. But I'm curious to know where Ian Malcolm has been all this time. And that's pretty much it, because I don't know. I mean, we don't know anything. We haven't even gotten a chance to see what he looks like. But I'm very excited because this looks like a really awesome movie. And I'm a big nerd for Jurassic Park movies. Although the second one I was not a big fan of. I had a review of that and I explained exactly why. But yeah, honestly, Fallen Kingdom looks like it's going to be a really, really good sequel. And it looks like a really, really good story. I don't know what the story's going to be, but I'm interested to see what direction they're going to go with, because it looks awesome. So,
Agreed.
yeah, so all I can say about the teaser, because we literally got like 30 seconds of a teaser, or maybe even less than that, of little snippets from the trailer. I mean, usually teasers are subjected to me, to not even be in the movie. Like, most teaser trailers for movies aren't even in the movie. Like, they're supposed to be like the DVD scenes or like things on the Blu-ray. So usually when you see a teaser, that's not the movie, that's not the footage you see in the movie, which is super, like, what the hell is going on with that kind of thing? Like, I never understood that. Like, why teasers are set up to be, you know, like, for example, a good example of that was the trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming, which featured Iron Man flying with Spider-Man. That was in the movie, and I feel like
I did not like that they didn't have that scene.
yeah, I just feel like, you know, maybe a lot of
I mean, he does, but he doesn't.
yeah, I feel like a lot of scenes in the trailers, especially this one, like a lot of what we're gonna see in the movie is not gonna be in the movie. Like, I mean, I hope some of it is, because that would be a shame if they just cut everything out from the teaser. Like, everything's on the teasers is not in the actual movie. You're gonna have to that'll be the release scene. It's like, oh, come on. I hope not though, because that would suck. But I'm really, really excited for it because it's been so long. I mean, not that long, but like 3 years. But when I first saw that movie in the theaters with my mom, I was very excited, especially seeing the Dominus Rex fight the T-Rex. That was the best part of that movie. And I saw your review of it. I remember seeing your review of it. I heard you talk about how you were really, you know, you were like this is you in the theater looking at that scene, like you were just like, you were nerded, you were like so like excited for every moment of that scene, because having two dinosaurs fight, well, you got King Kong, which is that, but also you have other movies where that, but this is like that scene was awesome, and I'm hoping we'll see more of that in the new one, because not only are we gonna get more animatronic dinosaurs in the new one, but we're gonna get a lot more just terrifying dinosaurs in it, and more scary versions of dinosaurs that we've seen in the past movie, which is good. But yeah, overall, I'd say this movie is gonna be awesome. I can't wait for the official trailer, and looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Yeah.
we're done talking about DC and Marvel.
So there is also another trailer for a game that came out, or a game that's coming out next year. I think it's the new PS4 Spider-Man game, and oh my god, it looks incredible. Like, it has the same graphics of, like, you know, Tomb Raider or any of the new games that have come out in the past, like the really realistic graphics. And there's even a Miles Morales in the movie trailer. Sorry, the game trailer for the game, and it looks amazing.
Trailer.
It's one. I think it's gonna be one of the best Spider-Man games ever made. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, I'm looking up the trailer, so.
Yeah, definitely go see it. Check it out. Go put on silent and just look at it. It looks amazing, because you have this. The opening scene begins with Peter Parker, who looks very old for some reason. He looks, I don't know, maybe he's 30 or something like that, talking to Mary Jane. We've seen her a lot in games. And it's basically exactly that. Just a cinematic trailer of, you know, him talking about, you know, his life, and then of course I think there's a point in the trailer where he's like, hey, so and so, I don't know who he's talking to, but so and so, this is Miles, and you know, Miles Morales shows up. So I'm very curious to see if we're gonna be able to chance to play as the Ultimate Spider-Man, like if we're gonna be able to, if he's gonna turn into that, because that would be awesome. I mean, I'm not as familiar as with the Miles Morales Spider-Man as with Peter Parker, but I still like the idea of it, because what I know from him, he's a pretty cool Spider-Man, and I'm thinking that'd be a really cool idea if they add that into the game. Although it does make sense for them to make it a exclusive to Sony, because it is a Sony, you know, company. Like Sony still has the rights to Spider-Man, and so it makes sense for them to do a PS4 Spider-Man game. So for you guys who have Xboxes, sorry, but you're gonna have to, you know, get a PS4 or whatever. Thankfully, I do have one. My brother bought one, so I'm able to play it. But oh my god, it looks incredible. I mean, it looks like one of the. I think it's gonna be one of the best Spider-Man games that I've ever played. I haven't played a lot of them. I've played Web of Shadows, and that was actually one of the more recent games that I loved. But still, I'm really excited for it. What are you guys' thoughts?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Lucas is freaking out.
Games is one of my favorite developers.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea they were making this.
Let's see. Oh, this one was 5 days ago. I'm just gonna have this. Whoa! I mean, there's a lot of like a lot of scenes of it where it's just like him doing a lot of like awesome choreography and just kind of like bouncing around using webs. It's honestly the most realistic game based off a Marvel character. It starts off with Peter Parker talking to MJ, and then it goes to honestly it looks a lot like Life is Strange, like in terms of the gameplay style. A lot of cutscenes, a lot of like cutscene styles like that. And it looks a lot like it's like a Life is Strange type of deal with the gameplay style. I mean, I don't really know a lot about the game. Apparently, there's the Daily Bugle is going to be involved.
Daily Bugle?
Yeah, that's what it says. There's a picture about 35 seconds into it that is about the Daily Bugle. That'll be part of the, because obviously the Daily Bugle is part of the Spider-Man universe, and so that's going to be in it. There's this weird acronym called FEAST. Like literally feast, but with like it's an acronym. Like it has dots in between, and so I don't really know what that's about. There's this mysterious character who might be a professor, who looks Korean. I have no idea who he is. And then there's a I'm not racist. I'm just saying I don't know who he is because I don't know anything about him. But
kidding.
I know. Then there's a really cool thing. I didn't catch this until I saw it first. But there's a election going on for Norman Osborn's re-elect Osborn for mayor. Basically, it's an election for Norman Osborn to become mayor. That's the idea of it, which is really cool because I don't think that's even part of the comics. I don't think. And there's Kingpin. Kingpin's in the game too.
No.
Yeah, he looks really awesome. He looks like he's getting arrested.
What are you talking about?
Spider-Man PS4. We talked about it. We talked about the gameplay trailer not too long ago, and we're talking about the new trailer. He's got a lot of Spider-Tons going on, a lot of destruction, some baddies, and then a lot of awesome parkour. I think the suit's really cool. The suit's really cool. Maybe I think you can control Mary Jane. I think so.
Who is?
Yeah, you can control Mary Jane. Oh my God.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the villain.
No. I was talking about that, but now I'm talking about. Yeah, there's
Who is it?
Well, there's.
It's gonna be Mr. I'm like 90% sure it's Mr. Negative.
Who's that?
Who the hell's that?
I don't know who you're talking
Exactly.
about. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sorry, I haven't read that guy yet. But
He's kind of a more obscure one. He's a Spider-Man villain, and it changes depending on like what you're reading. But basically, he's like this
what?
insane.
Oh my God, Shocker's gonna be in it. Shocker.
The anti-Spider-Man.
Shocker is going to be in the.
It will not be villain.
Oh my God, Shocker. He's gonna be in the trailer. He's gonna be in the game.
He as a villain in either one of the future movies or something like that for him, especially movies.
Yeah.
I love to see Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Cool.
Mysterio?
Mysterio. 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 Big guy with a cape and a little helmet thing on.
He basically has a fishbowl for a head.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that would be awesome to see.
Yeah,
As a villain. And as a villain in one of the movies, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, that'd be cool too. Be really cool too.
If you're at all familiar with the Old Man Logan storyline, Mysterio is the reason why that all happened. Because he tricked Wolverine that all of his villains or all of his fellow X-Men were actually the villains, and that's why he killed everyone in the comic.
Wow, jeez, I would never have thought.
Mysterio is a real badass. And,
I mean, I've seen I think I've seen the animated shows with him in it. He's a pretty crazy guy.
And some of the stuff he's real nitwit actually, but in other ones he's oh my god.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I honestly, I think the really cool thing about the trailer is we got a lot of classic Spider-Man villains, but we get one of the ones that we know he's gonna be fighting is Shocker, who was in the new movie. There's a close-up of him. It looks exactly like he came from the comics. It's crazy. It looks so cool. Because
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because there's like two Shockers in the. There was two Shockers in the movie, and I love to see that. I've always done to play the game, and one of the really cool thing about one of the really cool mechanics that's gonna happen in the new game is about 1 minute 40 seconds in. Well, I think it's earlier than that, but about then there's what looks to be a new ability that Spider-Man can do, where it's like infrared, so like people can turn black and white. So like I think so that Spider-Man can actually pinpoint where people are. So if you know what I mean, like infrared, where you can like people show up on your like your HUD as black and white. Like their skin is black and their hair is white. It's like infrared. It's all that. It's crazy. And I think that was one of Spider-Man's abilities is he can see infrared, which is really cool. I don't really know much about the idea of it, but it's honest. I think it's one of his. I think it's the idea of his spider sense is he can pinpoint where people are based off of the black and white IDs on them, which is why everyone looks all black and white because he's using that ability, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean that's just what I've seen from the trailer. It looks really cool. The actual trailer is only about. The actual trailer itself is only about a minute and 50 seconds, but the rest of the trailer, the video is 2 minutes. I would recommend going and checking it out and putting in sound. It's a really cool trailer. It's just Marvel Spider-Man PGW. I don't know what that means. 2017 teaser trailer. It's
something.
I don't know what that means, but it's
a rating, I think.
exclusive for PS4 because it is a Sony character. I mean, in terms of the rights. Sony still has the rights to the character, which is why they were able to make the deal with Marvel to actually produce the movie for the MCU. But it does make sense for them to make a Spider-Man game for the PS4 because it is Sony. So, still, I am really excited for it.
PGE would mean PG.
PGW. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it stands for, but it's.
PW.
I don't know,
Okay,
but
I'm sick.
it's fine. I'm sick too. I get it. But yeah, I honestly. I'm really genuinely excited for it because we get a new suit which kind of resembles the Spider-Man suit from Homecoming and a little bit of the new one, but with a spider with like a white spider on it and the same kind of lens thing from the movie, and it more I think that the Peter Parker in this one is more in his 30s because he's looking a lot older, like way older.
Like he's in his late 20s.
Really? You think so?
20s or 30s.
He looks like he's in his 30s. Just be the way one he's modeled by. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what the engine is. I don't know what the engine is. Do you guys know what the engine is? I know it's PS4, but I don't know what engine they run for more realistic games. I have no idea.
No idea.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't know what they're. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. I'm curious to know what they are doing for the new game because I really don't know. Because, okay, so it's Insomniac Games. It does not say what the engine is. What is the engine? I know it's Insomniac Games. It's PS4. What is the? Oh, Lucas, you were not actually off by a lot. He is 23 years old in this movie in this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And apparently the guy, the Asian guy I was talking about, apparently his name is Martin Lee. I think that's what the idea. I think it's the.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at the page right now for the Wikipedia, and okay, so open world in modern day New York, completed in third-person perspective. Players will use Spider-Man's abilities such as web slinging and wall crawling, as well as new gameplay elements. One of which will be the ability to traverse each using parkour. Awesome. Environmental combat, quick time events, and stealth will also be featured in the game. Peter Parker outside of his Spidey suit will be playable in parts of the game, and Mary Jane Watson will be playable in key moments of the game. That is so cool!
That'll be pretty neat.
I know, right? It's like...
Yeah, what are you gonna do as Mary Jane?
I don't know! That's the problem, I don't know.
Go around like this, like, hi, Peter! I mean, seriously. I mean, like, that's all I can really say. I do! And then some real shitty song lyrics out of play or something.
I don't know. I imagine it'll be pretty cool because that was part of the trailer was oh wait, what? It says Peter's personal life as his Aunt May works at Feast, which is the acronym for some kind of organization. I don't know what it means. That's
She works where?
okay, so let's see. Plot: Peter Parker, 23 years old, interning a laboratory while about to graduate from college. Peter has been Spider-Man for 8 years and has settled into his role as protector of New York City. Early in the story, Spider-Man defeats Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Afterwards, a new gang emerges known as the Inner Demons, who are now taking over Fisk's territory. Spider-Man then arrives at a construction site owned by Kingpin and must defend Kingpin's men who are under attack by the Inner Demons. While fending off the Inner Demons from the construction site, Peter learns from Martin Lee, one of New York's most prominent philanthropists, leads the Inner Demons under his alter ego, Mr. Negative. So Lucas is right. Martin runs the feast shelters located across the city, which complicates things for Peter's personal life as his Aunt May works at Feast, which I have no idea what that is.
Okay, important question here.
What?
Is this Aunt May and Peter Parker supposed to be based off of the new one? Because
I don't know.
I'm
might
really
be.
tired of how young they're making May.
I know.
I want an older lady that's so sage and full of wisdom.
Like from the original
Not just
movies.
Like, are you like?
Okay, I wanted an older lady creepy.
Huh?
What you saying?
What did I say?
No, I was just like, at first because you hadn't finished your sentence. I knew that was what you were gonna be. No?
We need an older lady.
But yeah, I agree with you. The original Spider-Man movies, the trilogy, Sam Raimi, that Aunt May was one of the best Aunt Mays I have seen put to screen in the comic books, because she looks very close to the comics. At least the ones I've read. I remember reading the comics in my childhood, and I remember growing up on them. And
the comics and I've heard of,
yeah, like she's old and everything. And the new ones is like, oh, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like Amazing Spider-Man movie. Let's age her down. No, you know what? Let's age her down even further. Make it like 20 something or 30 or 40. I think it's like 40 in the new movie. It's like, yeah, let's just age her down. And the game, it's like, well, if she works for an organization, how can she be working if she's old? How can an old lady work?
People work all the time.
Well, I know Catherine Halsey, for example, but I'm still curious. Like, what is her role in the game? Like, is she just the aunt, or is she doing more? I mean, I feel like based off what I've read of the plot on Wikipedia, I feel like Aunt May is making it more. She's more having a more major role in the game. Now this is the first Spider-Man game in a long time. I think the last one that came out was Edge of Time or Shadow Dimensions, maybe. I don't know. Okay,
That was a long time.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last title. I could be wrong, but pretty sure. And I still haven't even beaten Web of Shadows yet. Like, I haven't completed, like, 100% yet. Still, I'm curious to know how many villains are going to be featured if Venom's making a comeback. What is Feast? And I'm really excited about quick time events, parkour, stealth, and playable characters other than Peter Parker, because that's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
But still, it's gonna be awesome. That's still all I can say. I'm really excited for it because the trailer itself is the most realistic trailer for a game ever. I mean, the first trailer that came out was like a little bit of a gameplay, and then you got like a cutscene with Miles Morales being mentioned, and then in the trailer itself, we got Miles Morales' appearance. I think, pretty sure we got like a glimpse of a child version of Miles Morales. Now, question is he is there gonna be like a storyline where he becomes Spider-Man? Probably not, because it's supposed to be.
Again, though, is this going to be canon? Yeah, what the new established.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's not. It doesn't. It would make sense for it to be canon because of the fact that of the characters they have, like Wilson Fisk, because on the Netflix side of things, it would make sense because a lot of plus Sony, they want to have their own Spider-Verse, and so with the games it wouldn't really make sense. Yeah, the suit looks similar to the new one, but it's not the same suit. It has a inspiration from the Homecoming movie, but it's not. So Lucas and I are right about that. Sony's new game is not part of the MCU or the tiny game. It's just not. That's just what they do. Which I think is a smart move because Sony in the past hasn't been really good with Spider-Man because the last movie they made was, well, not a bad movie, but it just wasn't the best. So I think they're trying their best, and they're gonna make a really fucking good game. Sorry, movie game. Ah! Whatever. Point is, it looks fucking awesome.
So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I'm probably gonna have to leave a little bit early. I have an essay due at 8. I barely started. So. Okay. Well, it's fine. It's fine. What last, I suppose. You contributed some to the conversation. I want to say you actually more than recent episodes. Well, I'd like to at least talk a little bit about Super Mario Odyssey. Oh yeah, okay. That's the next thing I want to talk about. That's the last topic I have really. So I recently saw a video where
this British YouTuber that I follow, Dawko, he got the chance to visit Nintendo and play with Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario. And while he was playing it in the video, Charles Martinet was making commentary using Mario's voice. like the guy would die and hit the voice actor would go Wah! Like he would just like make every sound that Mario makes in the game. It was the most awesome thing you could ever see. I'll put a link in the description of this episode if you guys want to check it out. But it is so cool because a lot of what I've seen from the gameplay. I mean, I don't own a Switch yet because it's really fucking expensive. But when I was seeing the gameplay, it looks really cool. You can toss Mario's hat. You can like leap on it. You can even transform into these little like caterpillar things. And you can like, if it looks like a ledge you can get to, or like a part of the map you can get to, you can like spring onto it and then have the other part of your body like go like with you. It's really cool. How to explain? So it's like let's say here's your objects. Here's you and here's the object. So you go from here to here, and then your body just drags along with you. It's really cool. So you can if there's like a corner where it's like a item is, you can like just go whoop, and then you can go back and then you can just have your body fall behind you. It's really cool. And honestly, to see Charles Martinet not only do the voice of Mario in the video, but also talk about his time, like, apparently there's an interview with him about, like, how the fact that he's fallen in love with the character of Mario, and he's other voices in the Mario franchise, but he's mainly very proud of his work, and the fact that he's doing it for, I think it's 27 years of Mario, I think. Pretty sure that was the first title launch.
Super Mario 64.
Yeah, so whatever the
quite been 27 years.
something like that,
Like
close enough. Yeah, but he talked about like the fact that like around the time the first Mario came out, like before, he had been called to by Nintendo to come in and say, I think they were auditioning for roles for Mario, and he got chosen. He's like, just say a bunch of stuff, and then when you have some things to know to say, just stop, and then he got the role, and then he's now fallen in love with. He basically has fallen in love with voicing the character, which I think is so cool. So yeah. I think it's really cool the fact that that this guy got to meet Charles Martinet. He's one of the best voice actors ever. If you guys are a Mario fan, it's really cool because it is one of the honestly I think it's one of the best Mario titles for the Switch at least. I mean I haven't played Switch yet, but one of the best Mario titles that I've seen ever. I'm a big cross-platform guy. I like PlayStation, I like Xbox, I like Nintendo, I like all of them. But if I gotta pick a franchise I like more.
64 was my first video game. So
yeah, especially the opening titles when you got to play with Mario's face. That was funny because you got make some of the creepiest faces ever. See, honestly, it's crazy because the Switch only launched back in March, and I haven't even got my hands on it yet. But Mario Odyssey, I was at PAX and I did not get the chance to play it because when I got there the line was capped, so I had no chance to play it at all.
Right.
But
Everybody in the fucking world wanted to play.
yeah, I know, right? And it's so cool because
I thought you said you were. What?
what? If I was what?
It sounded like you said you were attacked.
No, I said it was capped. The line was capped, meaning you can't. There's no more room left. So I waited a while.
It sounded like you said that you were attacked.
Capped. CAPPED.
Means you can't get in.
I know.
But I really, honestly, from the gameplay that I've seen, it's really cool. And the fact that Charles Martinet, his last name is French, he got to voice the character while the guy in the video was playing. Dawko is one of my favorite English YouTubers. And he got to, or he's actually Welsh, but same thing. Basically, he got to play Mario Odyssey with little hats and sit next to Charles Martinet doing the voice of Mario. I mean, imagine having your favorite voice actor playing a game with you where they voice the character inside the game and they're right next to you and they're voicing that character while you're playing it. That is the most awesome thing you could ever experience. And I'm so jealous of the guy, but it's so cool. I mean, imagine Steve Downes playing Halo 4 next to you. And him voicing Master Chief while you're playing. That'd be pretty cool, I think. But still, that's really all I can say about Mario Odyssey. Do you guys have any thoughts about that, or?
I think I mentioned this, but I actually have a Switch.
I know, you told me that.
Found one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Odyssey is. I spent way too much time with that last week. Just put it.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's one of the.
The amount of hours I put into it.
Yeah.
The Super Mario Odyssey.
I think it's one of the best Mario titles to ever come out of any Super Mario title ever. Just based on what you can do in it. You can toss your hat, you can jump on it, you can go to, you know, a city with people in it. Mario can go to a city with people in it. That's how the game works. It's one of the kingdoms you can go to is a city populated by people. You can actually go, you know, walk around town with people like they're twice your size. People who look.
And you can also possess random things. So you can literally car currently.
You can also take control of a caterpillar guy, like I was talking about before. You can control it.
Who gives a shit?
Wait, you don't care about Mario? Come on, he's the most popular Nintendo character of all time. He's mascot of Nintendo.
I never said I didn't care about Mario. I'm not the biggest fan.
If I ever get the game,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play as fucking this. I'm just gonna be this.
Honestly, if I had to pick, if I
You're gonna play as fucking Mario?
The entire game like that.
oh god,
It's sex in video games, yes.
if I had to pick between Mario Kart and Mario in Super Mario, I think Super Mario is the better title because, I mean, I don't even know what the plot of the game is, but I mean, I have no idea what the plot of the game is. But I just know it's 3D and it's Mario controlling other things, which is honestly the best mechanic ever. You can hop on a hat, you can control other objects, you can control a caterpillar.
The city in Super Mario Odyssey is called New Donk City.
I know, right?
City.
It's the weirdest thing ever, but I think Nintendo is not. I mean, at least in the Mario side of things, they're not running out of ideas. In Pokemon, yeah, but Nintendo on the Mario side, they're actually Mario came first, so it's honestly one of the more popular characters, and it's the mascot, so it's honestly really fucking awesome what they've done with the character. And it is not going to be a movie, thankfully, because that movie they made, Super Mario the movie, just terrible.
You can also be a tank. You can be a tank.
Oh my god.
You can.
Reskin it to be a Panzer and then just go around as a Nazi.
Yeah, but still.
Yes, reskin it to be a
I-
Panzer.
I grew up on Nintendo. That was my first. That's one of my first consoles. Is like I think it was the N64. Guys, shush. I think the N64 and the GameCube were my first consoles, and I remember playing Mario. I think it was Super Mario 64 and also Double Dash. First console games ever for Mario. They were so fun, and that's why I'm not the biggest fan of Mario, but I do like the games. I think they're fun. They're really, really fun. They were a good waste of my time. And they're the best things that come out of Nintendo. And honestly, Nintendo, because Mario happened, they are one of the best gaming companies to ever make games. And honestly, they're really, really fun. And also, obviously, the Switch is the better console now. But Mario, being a character he's such a unique character. He's such a fun character to play as, because especially the Super Mario Maker, which is the most hardest game ever. It's so horrible, that game. I've seen videos on it. It's so stupid. Like, I mean, it isn't stupid in the way of it being actually like a game stupid, but like it's stupid the fact that the levels you can create are so stupid. But all I really can say is Super Mario Odyssey is a very fun new game for the Switch, which is honestly, if you guys ever get the chance to get a Switch, one of these days, or next year or 2 years, 3 years, I don't know, whenever you can, pick it up and enjoy it, because
I don't really care about Nintendo as much as they used to.
really, what made you decide not to?
They gave us the Wii.
Oh yeah, the Wii.
I don't really care about Nintendo as much as they used to anymore.
When did you stop?
Just
I'm
my
as
thing.
much as I used to anymore in general.
What made you stop though? I'm kind of curious.
The Nintendo Wii.
Really?
What made me stop? What made me stop is that I just
Because-
was interested.
Because when they released that, it kind of killed it for me. It was around the same time when I was starting to enjoy more shooters and whatnot, and I had grown up with the GameCube and whatnot. But as far as I knew, for the longest time, the only two consoles they ever brought out were the GameCube and the Wii.
Wow.
I prefer my GameCube. I didn't give a shit about the Wii. And
Well,
the other ones that they came
GameCube is
out with,
Mario.
you see,
huh?
I have one right there.
I just get to give a shit about the Nintendo Wii. I love the GameCube. Hell, I was playing the GameCube
Well,
not too long ago.
I will
Do you
tell
taste
you that
Mario?
the GameCube had one of the
That's
best classic
one.
games ever, especially the startup. No noise. The I don't know how it goes, but I was honestly yeah.
You can also hold down the.
Yeah, I know, right? They can have like the Z, and you can have like monkeys, like like a little kid's voice or something, and then you have the craziest thing is, if you hold down the 4 controllers on the Z, you can have this this child music. It's like it's weird, like child music. It's like the weirdest thing ever. Have you guys tried that before? Like if you hold down Z on all 4 controllers on GameCube, you can have this weird like tribal thing going like yeah, this like weird like
What you could also be.
It's
in
so
Super
weird.
Mario Odyssey.
What?
An ordinary human being.
What? Are you serious?
Person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Like
a
be
bee?
a person.
You can transform Mario into a human? What?
Okay, what the?
Well, I know.
Like-
Well, isn't Mario already a human? Isn't Mario a human already?
Great.
Is it near the
Anyways,
dolphin like Hitler?
I'm sorry, but I should probably get going.
All right. Well, good to have you on. I'll see you next week.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to have you.
See you guys next week.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
But yeah, honestly, that console, it was one of the greatest Nintendo consoles that I ever let. I mean, I think the first console for Nintendo that I had hands on was the 64. But the first one that I really had fun with was the GameCube. But the reason why is because it was the design of it and the games you can play on it were so fun. Like Mario Double Dash and well, not really Metroid because I haven't ever played those, but Super Smash Brothers or any games like that. They were just so fun. Zelda, any games, just so fun to play. And
I got my GameCube. I got my I got GameCube, a Super Nintendo. No, not Super Nintendo anymore. An N64.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love Nintendo. I love some of the characters, especially
Oh, yeah.
Sonic. Well, Sonic, not so much.
Sonic is not Nintendo.
Huh?
Sonic is not a
Sega.
fucking Nintendo
It's
character.
Sega.
So what? Oh, never mind.
Sega. I don't know how to say it.
Anymore. So
Well,
they
they
have
I'd be like saying Nintendo.
I have Sonic games on the GameCube, so.
they licensed Sonic out to Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Because they don't make their own consoles anymore.
But yeah.
Well, anyway, those ones.
But, like, honestly, that console, the GameCube, was the first console to ever introduce the idea of a wireless controller with WaveWork. That was the first console ever, I think. I could be wrong, but that was pretty sure that was the first idea of technology that can make controllers wireless, which is the WaveWork. And then, of course, after they finally got around to making wireless controllers with the Xbox 360. And honestly, I love the idea of having the wireless controllers because it's so fun to have that. But yeah, the GameCube was honestly one of the best Nintendo consoles. Well, I don't hate the Wii. I'm just like, I guess the way Nintendo is designing consoles after the GameCube, they just kind of aren't as good. Of course, the Switch came out, and that's actually one of the better design consoles. But I feel like the GameCube is so classic, and it's just like the best Nintendo console to ever be exist. The PS2 was great too, but it was the games. It was the fun you could have with friends. Playing Mario Brothers, playing Super Smash Brothers, playing any of those classic games where it's just a fun idea, and just the fun you could have with those games, and the fact that they have a new Mario title, it's just like Nintendo is known for making original ideas. Well, maybe not for, obviously, like I said before, not for Pokemon, but for Mario and other franchises. When they make a new game like Mario, they're always able to make a really good new game, like new concepts, like new mechanics, like testing your head and be able to stand on it for a few seconds, or transforming into other objects, which is really cool. I feel like Nintendo is known for making new games in their franchises with new mechanics, because if you have the same game with the same mechanics, it gets boring. But you have, obviously, like a game series like Mario Party, which has like 10+ games in it, that's just they can't really be more creative than that. But I feel like we're gonna get a lot of really cool games as the years go on. We're gonna get a lot more of really cool games. And Nintendo, as much as they're not the best console market out there, like the best company out there, they're still a very classic, fun company, and I still love them a lot. I'm not a big fan of them. Yeah, they aren't my favorite, but I do like them a lot. I do really have a good time playing their consoles, but I still prefer Xbox out of Nintendo because Nintendo, although it's a fun game console to play on, or any of the consoles they have, I was never a big fan of them. I enjoy them, but they're not my favorite. So that's really all I can say about Super Mario Odyssey. So far what I've seen for the gameplay, it looks really fun. It's a very original game. It's I was really nerding out when I got to see Charles Martinet, in a video voicing Mario when playing Mario, which is the weirdest thing ever, but I'm still really happy about it. I think it's really cool. Now, there's not really any other topics I can think of. We're not going to be talking about Thor Ragnarok because I haven't seen it yet, but I will say you can say something. Don't just say something about it that is not spoiling it for me, please.
I'm not going to. Don't worry.
Good.
So basically, I saw Thor Ragnarok tonight. I loved the movie. It was really awesome, really action-packed. My only concern with it, so many damn jokes. It's all cram-packed. Don't get me wrong. Some of them were pretty damn good, but most of them actually were. But
yeah.
Some of them not so much, and just far too many. But aside from that, it was a damn good movie. I'm going to see it again. Hey, I gotta run.
Well, actually, that's really good. This is where we're gonna do it. So yeah. Final question. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap this up?
No, I'm good.
Alright, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of The Madhouse. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. We all really appreciate it, as always. And if you're new around here, subscribe to become a spy. And also, check out Chakky, Steve Kovoc, and bigdinoguy in the description below. Really should check him out. Bigdinoguy especially, he makes really good videos. And yeah, we will be back next time for another episode. Alright?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.